guys, it is Wednesday, September 25th. It's about 9:30 in the morning and I'm looking right at the sun, so I apologize about that. I am over here at the it just isn't working. I'm over here at the Rubie Mine, and it's a brand new mine that's going to be opening up later this winter, possibly early spring. He still has a lot of work to do. All right, I'll do some video like this right here. This might be a little bit easier. That way I'm not looking right into the sun. It is a beautiful area over here. I'm glad I brought my larger vehicle with me. It rained last night, so the parking area right here is pretty muddy. And I didn't have to, this is four-wheel drive, but I didn't need four-wheel drive. Got a lot of mud sticking to all my tires and stuff. And so I did slide a little bit, but it's not too bad. There's some little bumps and stuff, but everything will get smoothed out over time. Like I said, this is just in the beginning stages of the mine. It's in its infancy right now, and it isn't open to the public just yet, but it will be soon. Do a quick 360 of the property here. Now, it's going to look a whole lot different when you're able to come here. Yeah, let's go down to the spot and see what all we can find. So starting off, I'm going to be working over here today. When I got here, there was quartz all over in the sides of these hills. I noticed that there's a lot of shale over here, not as much over here. So we're going to be digging a little bit of shale today. We're pretty close to Story, Arkansas. Maybe about 10-15 minutes south of Story, Arkansas, and that is where Sweet Surrender is. Sweet Surrender has a shale matrix as well, just like Pine Ridge. Mark is over here. He is actively clearing out some space over there where we might try to dig a little bit later today. So there's Mark right there doing his thing. All right, I'm down here in the hole. I was talking with Mark a little bit earlier about why the name Rubie Mine. He said that the neighborhood was called Rubie at one time. So he named this the Rubie Mine in honor about what this neighborhood used to be known as Rubie, Arkansas. That's why the name Rubie Mine. No, it's not from the Fifth Element from Ruby Rod.
Unbelievable!
Not from Ruby Rod. Here's a plate he has over here in tailings. Check that out. Isn't that amazing? Look at the points on that thing. Much bigger than a finger. It's pretty incredible stuff. Where I'm going to be digging at today is this area right here. I'm going to work into this. There's a quartz seam going right through there. I'm going to kind of go into it and chase it, see what I can find. Got to digging around. I saw that there are some crystals right here. I'm going to try to expose those and get those out. We'll see what we can find. So the tools I'm going to use today, I've got a 4-pound sledge. I've got 2 chisels, one that's pointed and the other is flat. I've got an S-wing pick, I've got a 42-inch pry bar, and I've got a shovel. So I'm going to be using that hand digging into this wall. So my plan for today basically is just to show what digging into the wall is kind of like at this location. I've never been here, so we're going to dig into it and see see what kind of material we could take out. And my goal is by the end of the day, or towards the end of this video, I'll show you some of the process on how I dig these things out. And then at the when I'm done here, we'll head back to my house. I'll lay everything out on the table so you can see what all I can get in like a day's dig, just using some hand tools and stuff. And then I'll clean up some of them, the better pieces. We'll take a look at a few of the highlights and see how they look all cleaned up. I think that's kind of the plan of attack today in this video. I forgot to add, I usually bring some plastic with me. This is heavier plastic, this white plastic, and I've got the black trash bag. I like to have plastic usually to sit on so that all of this mud and everything just doesn't soak right into my clothing. That way I'm a little bit more dry at the end of the day on my way home and I don't ruin my car. All right, so quickie progress report. I've been using my S-wing pick and have been getting a lot of this stuff, the overburden, removed so that I can get to whatever this might be, so I can expose it and then chase this vein. You can see the quartz vein going down here to it, then it opens up right here. So we'll just continue following that down and hopefully we can find something. All right, so just got a little leverage, got underneath this, popped it up. Now let's flip it over and got a few points. There's some clay in there. There's a point, there's a point. It's a little beat up. It's okay. We'll still take it home and clean it up and see how it turns out. Directly right out of the pocket. Went back over here to this first spot where I was, just dug down and hitting a bunch of clay. I pulled that one piece out from right there, dug down about another foot, and hit some clay and pulled out a piece. So I'm going to work this area right here for a little bit and see if I can extract some more stuff. Just pulled this one right here out. Look at that swipe. Man, isn't that beautiful? Wow. Pulled it right out of there. There's a whole bunch of clay in there too, and it's going right down. So we're going to try to expose a lot of that stuff and see what we can find. There's points right there. We'll just keep digging into it and see what we can pull out. Man, isn't that beautiful? All right, so I found several points in this clay over here. What looks like some really good stuff. But this right here is kind of circling back this way. So I'm going to clear some of this space out so that I can push material off screen to the right. Exit stage right. Oh, check that out. Isn't that beautiful? There's a keeper. All right, so I dug around a lot of this right here to open this up, and I moved a lot of material down here out of the way so that I could easily sweep that stuff over to my right and get it out of the way. But here's a big crystal. This clay is going all the way down. Like that's a point right there above my finger, that dark. There's points all through here, facing each other, and it's just going straight down and coming. You see, like right there, there's a crystal. Oh, it just popped out. But that clay is just going right through here like that. All right, I just got behind this big chunk of quartz with my pry bar. I need to get it out of the way because the crystals I want to get to are underneath this big piece of quartz. Flip that over, and we've got a few crystals. But everything I want to get to is underneath that. Break that up a little bit. Why I hit that up there, I'm trying to get behind some of these things, and this is just solid quartz right here on the top. Take that with just my hands. There's a whole lot of clay and some beautiful, beautiful water clear crystals being pulled out of there. Look at that. Isn't that something? Man, right here at the Rubie Mine, I've been having a lot of fun today. Pull this stuff out so that we can get to this stuff and do the flip reveal. Buddy, 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 buddy. Man, oh man. I'm gonna quit taking clay off. We'll take a look at this when we get home. Let's go underneath, because there's crystals right here. Let's go underneath right there, and let's see what happens. And check out those crystals. Oh, buddy, buddy, buddy. things are super gemmy, water clear. Excellent material here. Oh, what do we got here? Look at that. You see that? Whew. Man, just pulled that right out. Another point. Another point. Hit the honey hole. All right, so the clay is coming up to here. And it's continuing to go down. Tell you what, this is solid quartz right here that I'm rubbing on top of with my hand. Let's try getting behind that again, like what we did last time. Let's see if that'll work. Lots and lots of clay. I don't know that there's anything in this clay. We'll throw it in the bag anyhow. Better to have it and not need it than to not have it and need it. See? Points. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? All right, there's a bunch more points in here, guys. All right. All right. These points are just falling out everywhere. Look at that. Oh, buddy. We're getting into some bigger ones. Check out this face right there. Look at that. See that face? Man, that is beautiful. And this clay is just still going back there with all kinds of points in it. They are all over on this side. Absolutely beautiful. Found another big one. I'm just going to scoop up all this clay and keep it. All right, so I've got a really big, beautiful point right here. I've got another big, beautiful point right here. I don't know the best plan of attack for getting those things out without causing any kind of damage. I think I might go over here to this side first, loosen this rock up, try to get a crack, and maybe, so I don't want to push it this way because then you're facing crystals, then you're having crystals go into each other. All right, so I'm going to free up a little space around it. Now that I've got a lot more loose stuff down from around it, it should be easier to get behind it. Well, like Anakin says, this is where the fun begins.
This is where the fun begins.
Sometimes that's all you need, just a little leverage. That's why I call my pry bar the persuader. I just talk things into moving when they don't want to. Here, let's get a little better look at that. Looks like it might be a double terminated cluster. We're just going to keep all of that stuff. We'll look at it once we get her home. Nice. Yeah, I broke it. Doggone it. All right, let's flip this puppy over. Oh, look at that. I think that's, yep, it's gonna come off. Guys, I'm finding all kinds of awesome stuff in this clay. Okay, that's not quite ready to come just yet. Check that out. Man, all kinds of sparklies on that. Guys, this is probably one of the best pockets I've ever been in. Nice big point. Here we go. I don't think I'll ever get enough of this. This is just too cool. You can see some imprints in there, right there above my thumb, that little shiny horizontal thing. That's an imprint from where one's still stuck up there in the clay. Here's a few of Justin's finds for the day. Mind if I pick one of these up?
That one,
Don't touch it.
well, these are like coming off
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Whew, man,
But yeah, that's,
point is
I mean,
huge.
it goes all the way down.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's double terminated.
Yeah, and that one's got contact on the one, which made me really sad. That was down towards the floor.
Mm-hmm.
That one's good. That one's a really good one. That might be, that's one of the, that's up there in the top pieces
Mm-hmm.
for today's dig.
Check out this cluster. Oops, don't want to pull any of that
That's
clay
my
off.
Halloween pumpkin.
So here's a quick look at the mine. They were pretty much digging down there. I was digging on the other side of that dirt mound right there. And over there's the parking. So the parts of the videos that you guys never really see, kind of behind the scenes, are me throwing away tons and tons of just all these boulders that have nothing in them. And me having to pause, usually in the afternoon, because my arms keep cramping up, whether it be my forearms or my triceps, from just gripping stuff and hammer, and constantly using your tricep muscle to do that hammer. And it gets tiring on you, especially when you're an old fat man like myself. But it's a lot of fun. Yeah, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes whenever I shoot these. It's not just that the crystals are pouring out just left and right. Sometimes it's like that, but it's not like that the whole time. There's a lot of work involved. How I would describe the Rubie Mine, it kind of feels like a digging experience in both the IME Mine and Pine Ridge. Like if the two of them had a baby, that would be the Rubie Mine. Because you're digging into the shale, and some of the quartz is a little bit sharp. I've cut myself a few times today. But you can follow veins, and it kind of feels like you're digging over at the IME Mine a little bit too. So it just kind of feels like the best of both of those worlds. So if you like the IME Mine and you like Pine Ridge, you're going to like Rubie Mine. I've had a lot of fun today and found a lot of good stuff. I wanted to do like an experience of what an average person would do and what they could expect to get. Just digging in a regular area, just finding veins and chasing them around, kind of like this right here. So you have a vein, just chasing that down. I've dug out a lot of stuff out of here. I dug out a lot of stuff out of there, and just locating those veins and following them along, and see if you can find some points, and then breaking out the rock and where the veins open up a little bit and get those points out. So it's a lot of fun, it's a lot of work, but I really enjoy it. I've had a really good time out here today, so thank you again, Mark, for having me out and allowing me to come out and dig and do this little special preview. So it's an honor, it's a pleasure. And remember, guys, geology rocks, but geography is where it's at. All right, so let's go home and let's take a look at these finds and see how they look all cleaned up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. God bless.